like to set the second settings at the moment. Well, second setting is okay. Yes. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa, and welcome to you to my channels, Sheikh Afghan Jelebi, the Misogynist Michaela. Well, according with titles, yes, today we are roasting our favorite points, the Tulsi Gabbard. Now, now here we can see I apologize because I did not roast Tulsi Gabbard in the last 10 days of the Ramadan. Here I apologize. Now, today we are roasting Tulsi Gabbard in the points of the reality of Epstein file. Well, now, why I am roasting the Tulsi Gabbard, the reality of Epstein file? Because today's keyword is United States of America versus Iran. Now let's get started. Okay. Now here we can see the points. Now let's check it. Here, United States National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard planned to attack on Iranian revolutionary terrorists. Okay. Now I forgot the points who is Tulsi Gabbard. Here it is she, Tulsi Gabbard at the moment. Tulsi Gabbard is 8th Director of National Intelligence. Hence, okay. Now here we can see the. Let's take it the points. What is the plan? The plan is Washington to attack on Iranian revolutionary terrorists. And here departure is Washington DC, the United States of America. Arrival is Tehran, Iran. Now flying distance is 11,000 kilometers. Here flying time is 110 hours. But what about Donald Trump? Okay. Now here we can say that the points. United States misogynist President Donald Trump containing plan to attack on Iranian revolutionary terrorists. Here departure is Washington DC, the United States of America, and arrival is Tehran, Iran. Flying distance 11,000 kilometers. Here flying time is 1 second. Okay. And now here is my points. The point is about as the questions. The question is, well, when United States misogynist President Donald Trump contains a plan to attack on Iranian revolutionary terrorists, where flying distance is 11,000 kilometers and flying time is 1 second. Here question is why Tulsi Gabbard want to attack on Iranian revolutionary terrorists with the flying distance of 11,000 kilometers with the flying time of 110 hours. What is the plan about, when the topic is Tulsi Gabbard, what is the plan of Tulsi Gabbard about Donald Trump? Now let's get the points. And here the significant. Let's get the symbol to discuss the plans. Well, now here I was searching the Epstein file about Donald Trump. Here it is written that the newly released Epstein file mentioned Donald Trump over 5,300 times. But Department of Justice has emphasized that many of the allegations were uncorroborated. Here we can see the points. And what is the key fact of Trump's the Epstein files? The nature of allegation is South Carolina women alleged Trump gender assault her as a minor. Okay. Now it is actually South Carolina women against Trump in the topic of gender assault actually in the plan of Tulsi Gabbard. And what is the part of why it is the part of the plan of Tulsi Gabbard? Hence that here Tulsi Gabbard can contains a plan to attack Iranian terrorists, revolutionary terrorists, with the flying distance of 11,000 km with a flying time of 110 hours. Hello from India. Tulsi from India. Okay, here we can see. Now, Tulsi from India. Well, according with Wikipedia, Tulsi Gabbard is from Honolulu province of United States of America. And I believe that Mother Day Tulsi Gabbard is from India, and Tulsi Gabbard mother has where Tulsi Gabbard fathers here. Hence we can see the points. Okay. I love you. Okay. You can see it is the nice points. Now here we can now let's check it the points. Why Tulsi Gabbard wants to allege Donald Trump in Epstein gender assault file. Now let's understand the plan of Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. Now, what Donald Trump wants to contain the F-16 fighter planes with the velocity of 11,000 km per second, where the top plan is to attack the Iranian revolutionary terrorists. Donald Trump wants that United States Air Force would depart from Washington DC of United States of America. Then they would travel, F-16 fighter plane would travel 11,000 kilometers in 1 second and to arrive the Tehran, Iran, where departure time would be morning 6 o'clock, March 12, 2026. Here arrival time would be morning 6 o'clock, March 12, 2026. Okay. Yeah. Iran contains based. Well, Iran is just discussing at the moment, and well, now let's say the points, and now, but it is the plan of Donald Trump that here F-16 fighter plane would depart Washington DC at morning 6 o'clock, March 12, 2026, and traveling 11,000 kilometers, arrive Tehran, Iran at morning 6 o'clock, 1 second past at March 12, 2026. But what is the plans of Tulsi Gabbard? The Tulsi Gabbard plan is different. Well, the Tulsi Gabbard plan is the United States F-16 fighter planes would depart Washington DC at morning 6 o'clock, March 12, 2026. Then then they would fly 11,000 kilometers in 110 hours, and then they would arrive the, on Tehran, Iran at March 21, 2026 at uh, morning 8 o'clock. And that is the points of Tulsi Gabbard plans. But Donald Trump is a misogynist man. He does not like the plans of Tulsi Gabbard, and here Tulsi Gabbard generate the Epstein files against Donald Trump. Now here the plan is, when Donald Trump did not attack on Venezuela, Tulsi Gabbard did not release the Epstein files against any elite influencers, elite Americans. But when Donald Trump started to attack on Venezuela, after a few days later, suddenly Tulsi Gabbard released the Epstein files against Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And now, your plan is to Tulsi Gabbard want the United States F-16 fighter plane with velocity of 100 km per hour, where Donald Trump wants F-16 fighter planes with the velocity of 11,000 km per second. Now, where is 100 km per hour and where is 11,000 km per second? That is the significant difference between Tulsi Gabbard and Donald Trump. And here is the point that why Tulsi Gabbard wants Donald Trump to be trapped in F-16, F-16 files. Okay. Now here we can see that is the moments Tulsi Gabbard and Jelebi files are now here we can see these moments where some of you believe that Tulsi Gabbard and Jelebi files contents and marital affairs. Now it can be true, it can be false, it is not officially public. But I do not trust about the Tulsi Gabbard. So, well, even we can say that Tulsi Gabbard contains several marital affairs. Tulsi Gabbard marital affairs can be Tulsi Gabbard's extramarital partners would be Ali Khomeini. Tulsi Gabbard's extramarital partner would be Mustafa Khomeini, etc. And here I would show you that what is the significant points. Okay. Now here we can see how Tulsi Gabbard becomes the national traitor of United States of America. Epstein is blackmailing Tulsi Gabbard and Trump. Oh my Adonai. Here was no public Epstein files about Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. Now here we can see that now let's coming back to the points. The point is here Iranian revolutionary spy alias United States National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard plans to attack the White House. Here departure is Tehran, Iran, and arrival is Washington DC of United States of America. Here flying distance is 11,000 kilometers. Flying time is 10 seconds. Well, according with United States time zone, departure time is morning 6 o'clock, March 12, 2026. Arrival time is morning 6 o'clock, 10 seconds past, March 12, 2026. Okay. But when, what about the Tulsi Gabbard plan for United States Air Force. That is significance. To Tulsi Gabbard plan for United States F-16 fighter plane with to be a velocity of 100 kilometers, where flying time when flying time is 11,000 kilometers, flying time is 110 hours. Okay. Now here it is the points according. Well, now here we can say the points. When Tulsi Gabbard is Iranian revolutionary spy, Tulsi Gabbard wants Iranian revolutionary Sukhoi 37 to attack Washington DC of United States of America with the departure of Tehran, Iran, where departure time is morning 6 o'clock, March 12, 2026. Arrival time would be morning 6 o'clock, 10 seconds past, March 12, 2026. And here, because the travel time would be 11,000 kilometers with the travel time of 10 seconds. I mean, flying distance would be 11,000 kilometers with the flying time of 10 seconds. And here, that means Iranian revolutionary spy Tulsi Gabbard wants Iranian Sukhoi 37 with the velocity of 1100 kilometers per second, where Tulsi Gabbard, as an United States National Intelligence Director, wants United States F-16 fighter planes with the velocity of 100 kilometers per hour. But what about Donald Trump? Donald Trump wants F-16 fighter planes with the velocity of 11,000 kilometers per second. Now, where is now in the base of Tulsi Gabbard, where is F-16 fighter planes with the velocity of 100 kilometers per hour, and where is Sukhoi 37 with the velocity of 1100 kilometers per second? Where is 100 kilometers per hour and where is 1100 kilometers per second? Here, Tulsi Gabbard wants F-16 fighter plane to be slower than Iranian revolutionary terrorist Sukhoi 37. But what about Donald Trump wants? Donald Trump wants that F-16 fighter planes would be faster than Iranian revolutionary terrorist Sukhoi 37. And that is the difference of mindset between Donald Trump and Tulsi Gabbard. And it is the point why Tulsi Gabbard is trying to blackmailing Donald Trump about Epstein files. Okay, now here we can see that it's the moments. Well, Tulsi Gabbard imprisoned by Iran. Oh, now here I am in the find modes at the moment, some points. Well, now here we can see some of you said that Tulsi Gabbard is impregnated by some members of Iranian revolutionary agents, but Donald Trump prohibited abortions. Well, I would say that Donald Trump is Republican politicians. And what about the Republican political party? In Republican political party, abortion is prohibited. Well, the abortion policy of Republican parties, because of abortion policies of Republican parties, we got a Steve Jobs who provides us Apple mobile phones, Apple MacBook, and Apple computers we can get just because of Steve Jobs. And if abortion were successful, we could not get Steve Jobs to exist, and we could not get the Apple computers and Apple mobile phones. And because of Steve Jobs, we can be grateful for Republican government of United States of America. Okay, now let's get the points. Well, now why are we forgetting that Tulsi Gabbard was the left-wing Americans to be lieutenant colonels? Well, Tulsi Gabbard is just a woke lieutenant colonel of United States of America who gets promotes only in the period of Barack Obama and in the period of Joe Biden. Okay, now we forget about the topics. Now let's get back to the topics. Here, Iranian revolutionary spy Tulsi Gabbard wants Iranian revolutionary air terrorists to contain Sukhoi 37 with the velocity of 1100 km per second. Now, here the flying times. When the flying distance is 1100 kilometers, where flying time is 11,000 kilometers, here flying Iranian revolutionary spy Tulsi Gabbard wants Iranian revolutionary terrorists to contain Sukhoi 37 to fly 11,000 kilometers with the 10 seconds. And what about the United States F-16 fighter planes? Tulsi Gabbard wants F-16 fighter planes with to fly 11,000 kilometers in 110 hours. Where is 11,000 kilometers flying in 10 seconds, and where is 11,000 kilometers flying in 110 hours? That is the significant disadvantage of United States F-16 fighter planes that Tulsi Gabbard wants. But what Donald Trump wants? Donald Trump wants that United States F-16 fighter planes can fly 11,000 kilometers in 1 second, where Tulsi Gabbard wants Iranian Sukhoi 37 to fly 11,000 kilometers in 10 seconds. Where is 10 seconds? Where is 1 second? It is the advantage because of the wish of Donald Trump. And here, that is the with the flying timing in the flying distance of 11,000 kilometers, that is the difference of mindset between Donald Trump and Tulsi Gabbard. And here is the point that why Donald Trump has been blackmailed by Tulsi Gabbard in the topic of Epstein files. And that is the points about the Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. Now, in the podcast of Tulsi Gabbard roast, we American conservative roasted Tulsi Gabbard in several times, and as the sordid podcast of my podcast times, I have roasted Tulsi Gabbard almost 18 times or 20 times. Okay, and now here we can discuss about the Tulsi Gabbard as an Iranian revolutionary spy, uh, Tulsi Gabbard as an United States National Intelligence Director, Tulsi Gabbard, United States Misogynist President Donald Trump as a velocity and timing. But we have forgot what is the points of Iranian Revolutionary Guard themselves. What is the plans for of Iranian Revolutionary flying plans to attack Washington DC by Ali Khamenei? Here I would show you. Okay, Ukraine. Oh my Adonai. And here we can see that is the significant moments. I think I am slow to this. Okay, now here we can see that is the moments. Well. Okay, now here we can see our point is departure of Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Director planned to attack on White House of United States of America. Here departure is Tehran, Iran finds. Arrival is Washington DC of United States of America finds. The flying distance 11,000 kilometers and flying time is 1 hour. Okay. Here departure time is morning 6. Okay. Now here is my points that what is the departure time. What is the meaning of Sukhoi 37 flying 11,000 kilometers in 1 hour? Here is departure time from accordance with United States time zones. Departure time from Tehran is morning 6 o'clock, March 12, 2026, and arrival time is morning 7 o'clock, March 12, 2026. Okay, now here we can say, here is our points about Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Director versus Iranian Revolutionary Spy Tulsi Gabbard to be United States National Intelligence Director. Okay, now here we can see, accordance with Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Directors of Tehran, what is the plans of for Iranian revolutionary terrorists? That is, they would contain the Sukhoi 30. They would contain Sukhoi 37 with the velocity of 11,000 kilometers per hour. But what Tulsi Gabbard plans for Iran? Tulsi Gabbard plans for Iran that Iran would attack United States of America, Washington DC, with the velocity of 1100 kilometers per second. Now, where is 1100 kilometers per second as a Sukhoi 37, and where is 11,000 kilometers per hour? That is the significant national betrayal of Tulsi Gabbard, where for United States of America, and that is the significant advantage for Iranian revolutionary terrorists, where that is provided from Iranian revolutionary spy Tulsi Gabbard. Okay, and now here we can see that is the significant momentums as we could notify. Okay, now let's check it. Now here we can see the points. Well, Tulsi Gabbard velocity plan for United States F-16 fighter plane is 100 km per hour. Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Director for Sukhoi 37 plan velocity plan is 11,000 km per hour. Tulsi Gabbard plans to support Iranian Sukhoi 37 with the velocity plan is well 1100 km per second, and Donald Trump United States F-16 plan is with the velocity for 11,000 km per second. And now here is the largest difference we could notify that Tulsi, notwithstanding Tulsi Gabbard being the United States National Intelligence Director, Tulsi Gabbard is the national traitor for United States of America and lawyer for Iranian revolutionary terrorists. Yes. But Donald Trump does not want to betray his nations, that means United States of America. And here that is the point that why Tulsi Gabbard tried to trap Donald Trump in Epstein files. And that is the reality of Epstein's files were planned by Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. Now here, that is the moments as we can could see the points. Well, now here is the points of the flying times. Well, flying distance is 11,000 kilometers is okay for that. Now, when flying distance is 11,000 kilometers, Tulsi Gabbard flying timing plan for United States F-16 fighter plane is 110 hours. Flying timing plan for Iranian revolutionary terrorists is 10 seconds. On the other hand, Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Director plan and for travel 11,000 kilometers is 1 hour, where Donald Trump plan to travel 11,000 kilometers is 1 second. Now here we can see the points where is when the flying distance is 11,000 kilometers, where is 110 hours, where is 1 hour, where is 10 seconds, and where is 1 second. And here we can see the points. It is the clear-cut point of national betrayal for Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, national betrayal from Tulsi Gabbard for the United States of America is clear-cut points. And both of Venezuela attack plan and Iran attack plans, Tulsi Gabbard could not be involved in the United States plan. And it is the point, that is the moment how Tulsi Gabbard wants to trap Donald Trump in Epstein's files. Okay. Now here we can see, we have discussed it about the national betrayal of Tulsi Gabbard. We have discussed in the perception of velocity, we have discussed the perception of times, and now let's discuss the perception of kinetic powers. Okay. Now we know that the kinetic powers equation is half of weight of fighter planes multiplied by flying distance square divided by flying time cube. And here we can see the points. For F-16 fighter planes, kinetic power is half of weight of F-16 fighter planes multiplied by flying distance square divided by flying time cube. And what about Iranian revolutionary Sukhoi 37 kinetic powers? That equation is half of weight of Sukhoi 37 multiplied by distance square divided by travel time cube. It is every terms okay. Okay, now here we can, this is the points. Well. For Tulsi Gabbard plan for F-16 fighter planes and Tulsi Gabbard plans for Sukhoi 37 fighter planes and Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Director for Sukhoi 37 fighter planes. Every third time here we can say kinetic power is not kinetic energy because half of accordance with Tulsi Gabbard about United States F-16 fighter planes, the flying time is 9 days 2 hours. That means here we can 396 multiplied by 10 to the power 3 seconds. Here Tulsi Gabbard for plans for Sukhoi 37 Iranian revolutionary Sukhoi 37s. When flying distance is 11,000 kilometers, flying time is 10 seconds. And in the points, kinetic power is not kinetic energy. Okay. Now, here we can see the Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Director plans about Sukhoi 37 when flying time is 11,000 kilometers. When flying distance is 11,000 kilometers, flying time is 1 hour. Here, kinetic power is not kinetic energy. Well, now here we can see what is the discuss as the points. As an Iranian revolutionary spy, Tulsi Gabbard's plan for Sukhoi 37 kinetic powers. Here calculation is. Now here we can see the points. What is the weight of Sukhoi 37? What is half of weight of Sukhoi 37 fighter plane? That is 10 to the power 5 kilograms. Hence, Iranian revolutionary spy Tulsi Gabbard plan for Iranian revolutionary Sukhoi 37. Here, what is the plan? Hence, here I would take the discussions, the points. Now let's see. The calculation is 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 11 square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square divided by 100. And here we can see the points. What is 11 square? That is 121. What is 10 to the power 6 square? That is 10 to the power 12. What is 10 to the power 12 multiplied by 10 to the power 5? That is 10 to the power 17. What is 10 to the power 17 divided by 100? That is 10 to the power 15. Okay. Now here we can see the points. 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 15. That is, we can see the points of 121 billion megawatts. Hertz as the kinetic power of Sukhoi 37 planned by Honorable Iranian Revolutionary Spy Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. Now here it is the points we can see these moments. Well, I can calculate mistakenly. Well, now here I could check it the moments. Okay. Now here we can see that is the significant points as we could see. Three. Okay. Now here let's check it. Here, now, what is the points here? I think yes. And now it is the moments. The kinetic power is well 121 or 10 to the power 15. And here I have mistaken the calculations where everything was real, but suddenly, well, here we can see control Z, and here we can see these moments. Okay, now here we can, it is clear 121 billion megawatts. Yes, it is 121 billion megawatts at the points. It is the moments of Iranian revolutionary spy Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. Now, what is the plan of Iranian revolutionary intelligence directors' plans? Here we could see, here calculation is, okay. Now let's see what is the calculations. Oh my Adonai. And here we could see that is significant moments. I do not expect this points. Well, okay. What is well, here I forgot the calculations, and here Jonah, why you did the miscalculations? Here it is the significant moments at the points. Well, 2.293 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 3. Enter multiplied by 10 to the power 11. Okay. Now here we can see the points accordance with kinetic powers. Now here we can see what is the significant points. When Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Director plans for Sukhoi 37 to be the velocity of 11,000 km per hour, where flying time is 11,000 kilometers, and as the flying distance and flying time is 1 hour, that is 3600 seconds. Here we can see the calculations is that 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 11 square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square enter divided by bracket of 36 cube multiplied by 10 square cube. What is 10 square cube? That is 10 to the power 6. What is 10 to the power 17 divided by 10 to the power 6? That is 10 to the power 11. And what is 121 divided by 6 to the power 6? That is here 0.002935. Now what is that means 2.935 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 3. Now let's see what is the multiplication between 2.935 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 3 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 to the power positive 11. That is 2.935 multiplied by 10 to the power positive 8. Okay. Now here we can see the points, and that is here we contains the miscalculations, and here I would clear the perfect calculated points. Okay. Now Well, it is the Donald Trump's significant moments. Well, 2.593 multiplied by 10 to the power 3, and it would be almost megawatt megawatts. That is the points. Okay, it is about Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Directors points. Okay, now let's check it. What is the points about United States National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard? Okay, here now let's talk about the plan for United States F-16 fighter plans. Now when the topic is the plan for United States F-16 fighter plans, here we would see that what is the significant options. Now here significant option is it is the significant points. Well, here we can see kinetic power is half of weight. Equation of kinetic power is half of weight of F-16 fighter planes multiplied by distance squared divided by travel time cube. And where is travel time and what is travel time? That is 110 hours. That is 9 days 2 hours. That is 396 multiplied by 10 cube seconds. Okay. What is travel time cube? That is 396 cube multiplied by 10 to the power 3 cube. Okay. What is 10 cube cube? That is 10 to the power 9. Now let's see. What is 396? That is 11 multiplied by 36. What is 396 cube? That is 11 cube multiplied by 36 cube. That is 6 to the power 6 multiplied by 121 multiplied by 11. Now let's check it. What is 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 divided by bracket of 396 cube multiplied by 10 to the power 9 bracket close. And here we can see the points. 10 to the power 17 divided by 10 to the power 9, that is 10 to the power 8. And what is 121 divided by, well, 396 cube? That is 1 divided by bracket of 11 multiplied by 6 to the power 6 bracket close. And here the calculation is 10 to the power 8 divided by bracket of 11 multiplied by 6 to the power 6 bracket close. And answer is 0.195 watts. As in the 3 case, kinetic power is not kinetic energy. But what if we can discuss about the Elon Musk topic? Well, it is not Elon Musk. What if we can discuss on Donald Trump wish for F-16 fighter planes? Donald Trump wished that. Okay, now here we can see what is the wish of Donald Trump. Okay. Now here we can see this moment at the significant points. Well, Donald Trump wished that here F-16 fighter plane can travel 11,000 kilometers in 1 second. And as a plan of Donald Trump about kinetic powers of F-16 fighter planes, here we can see the points. Here the probable moments when the flying timing is 1 second, we can say flying time square equal to flying time cube equal to flying time to the power 7 equal to flying time to the power 666. What is the meaning points? The meaning point is kinetic power. Here, the significant meaning points to be notified. Here, 1 is equal to 1 square equal to 1 cube equal to 1 to the power 7 equal to 1 to the power 666. That is the value of 1. And when flying time is 1 second, accordance with the kinetic powers plan of Donald Trump, kinetic power is kinetic energy. Hence, the equations of F-16 fighter planes by the plan of Donald Trump is half of weight of F-16 fighter planes multiplied by distance square. And here, distance square is 11 square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square meter square. Because here we can see the points. Kinetic power is kinetic energy. Here we can see flying distance square is, because the flying time is 11,000 kilometers, that is 11 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 meters. Now, what is 10 to the power 6 square? That is 10 to the power 11. 10 to the power 12. What is 10 to the power 12 multiplied by 10 to the power 5? That is 10 to the power 17. What is 11 square? That is 121. The kinetic power is 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 17. That is 1.21 trillion megawatts. And that is the significant points of kinetic power of F-16 fighter planes planned by Donald Trump. Okay. Now here we can see the points. That is the significant moments. Well, what is Iranian? What is Iranian revolutionary intelligence director plan for Sukhoi 37 about kinetic powers? That is 2.63 megawatts. What is Iranian revolutionary spy Tulsi Gabbard's kinetic power plan for Sukhoi 37? That is 121 billion megawatts. Okay. Now where is 2.6 thousand megawatts and where is 121 billion megawatts? Here Tulsi Gabbard is more efficient for Iranian revolutionary terrorists than their own intelligence director. Okay. And here, what is the Tulsi Gabbard plan for United States F-16 fighter plane kinetic powers? That is 0.195 watts. And what is Donald Trump F-16 fighter planes kinetic power plants? That is 12.1 trillion megawatts. Now, here we can check in the points. Tulsi Gabbard plans for Sukhoi 37 kinetic power is 121 billion megawatt, where Iranian Sukhoi 37 kinetic power own plan is 2.6 thousand megawatts. But at the same time, Tulsi Gabbard plans for F-16 fighter planes kinetic power is 0.195 watts. Where is Sukhoi 37 121 billion megawatts and where is F-16 fighter planes 0.195 watts? That is the significant betrayal for United States F-16 fighter plane provided by Tulsi Gabbard. Okay, and here that is the significant moments I could notify it. Okay. Now here is the significant points as we could see where Donald Trump is loyal to United States F-16 fighter planes. Hence, his plan for F-16 fighter planes is the kinetic power of 12.1 trillion megawatts, where Iranian Sukhoi 37 kinetic power plant is 2.6 thousand megawatts. Now here we can see it is the points according to kinetic powers, it is the difference of the patriotism of Donald Trump and national betrayal of Tulsi Gabbard. Here is the points. And Tulsi Gabbard could not, okay, Tulsi Gabbard could not believe that we United States of America contains patriot presidents like Donald Trump. It is intolerable for Tulsi Gabbard. Hence, Tulsi Gabbard's plan is for Epstein to contact a mission, that is Donald Trump Epstein files. Okay. Now here we can see this is the moments. That is the conspiracy of Tulsi Gabbard we could see. And what is the points? Here, according with Wikipedia, Tulsi Gabbard contains a wish to be president of United States of America. Hence, she fight the presidential elections of United States of America as two terms. First term is 2020 and second term is 2024. And both of times she is in the third place to be candidate of presidential election of United States of America. And here is the points. She would like to decide the United States National Intelligence Director to remove Donald Trump to become the first women president of United States of America. And that is the significant plans for Tulsi Gabbard. And when Donald Trump is patriotic for United States of America, and here we could see Tulsi Gabbard could not tolerate it. Hence, Tulsi Gabbard contact and counterfeit Epstein file to accuse Donald Trump about the gender harassment of minor girl. Okay. And now, here we can see that is the significant points. Okay. Now let's see that is the moments about the Tulsi Gabbard's points. Okay. Well, here we can see it is points about the battery charges. Now here we contact battery charges. Well, now here we can see what about the battery charges, and here now you can see the moments. Okay. Now let's find the points. What about the significant journey? Okay, according with Tulsi Gabbard, for United States F-16 fighter planes, here we can see what is battery charge storage. That is 42.8868 ampere per hour for 1 hour, and battery charge for 100 hours, that is 4717.568 ampere per hours. Okay. And here we can see that is the what is the Tulsi Gabbard plan for Iranian Sukhoi 37, as Tulsi Gabbard is Iranian revolutionary spy. Here we can see these points. Battery charge storage is 68 billion ampere per hours. Well, and battery charge storage is, we can see these moments, almost 4.78 trillion ampere per hours. Okay, now let's check it. Here Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Director plan to attack White House of United States of America. Here, what is the battery charge storage plan? That is almost 590,000 ampere per hours, and battery charge storage for 110 hours is 18 million ampere per hours. Okay, and here we can see that is the significant moments at our own journey. What is the Donald Trump plan for F-16 fighter planes? Here, battery charges storage is almost 6.8 trillion ampere per hours, and battery charges storage for 110 hours is 748 trillion ampere per hours. Okay. Now, here I will tell you the points. Well, now here you can see. Now here I will tell you the points that how I can calculate the battery charges storage as ampere per hour. Well, here we can see the points. We forgot the points that what is the volt. Here we forgot the points that what is the what is the definition of voltage? Definition of voltage is significance. What is definition of voltage? Definition of voltage is here when we want to move 1 coulomb charge from one place to another place, each 1 coulomb okay, now each 1 coulomb charge movement from one place to another place, here how much work I have done, that is 1 voltage, that is voltage. Here points. Now hence the equation of voltage is kinetic energy divided by charge numbers, because kinetic energy is how much work I have done to move 1 coulomb charge for one place to another place. Okay, now here we can see the points. That is here movement we could see. Okay, now hence the equations of Coulomb is kinetic energy divided by voltage. Okay, now when we are talking about the plans of Tulsi Gabbard for United States for F-16 fighter planes, here equation of battery charge storage is half of weight of F-16 fighter planes multiplied by flying distance square divided by bracket of flying time cube multiplied by voltage, bracket close. Well, and on the other hand, here we can see the points. Tulsi Gabbard plan for Iranian revolutionary Sukhoi 37 is half of the battery equation of battery charges storage is half of weight of Sukhoi 37 multiplied by distance square divided by bracket of travel time square multiplied by voltage bracket close. That is the plan of, according to the equations, that is the plan of Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Director as well. But just we can see that value of travel time is difference between Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Director and Tulsi Gabbard. That is the difference. Okay. Now here we can see this is the significant moments at the points, and that is the justified moments we could see. Okay. And now let's talk about the moments. What is Donald Trump plan for F-16 fighter planes as a battery charge storage? Here, battery charge storage equation is half of weight of F-16 fighter planes multiplied by distance square divided by voltage. And here we can see these points. Well, now let's see. For Tulsi Gabbard plan for F-16 fighter planes, calculations is 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 divided by bracket of 396 square multiplied by 10 to the power 4 multiplied by 500 bracket close. And here the moment we can see that here value of the kinetic power battery charge storage is 482.8868, and battery charge storage for 100 hours, that becomes almost 4718 ampere per hours. For 1 hour this is 482.8868 ampere per hours. But when Tulsi Gabbard works for Iranian revolutionary spy, I mean when Tulsi Gabbard is considered as Iranian revolutionary spy, here Tulsi Gabbard's calculations for battery charge storage of Sukhoi 37 is 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 divided by bracket of 100 multiplied by 500 bracket close, that is 68 billion ampere per hour for 1 hour, and for 110 hours that is 7.48 trillion ampere per hours. And here we can see these moments. What about the intelligence Tehrani directors plan for Sukhoi 37 about battery charge storage? Here calculations is 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 divided by bracket of 1296 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 multiplied by 500 bracket close, that is 519,000 ampere per hour for 1 hour. For 110 hours that is almost 15 billion ampere per hour. 18 million ampere per hour. But what about the Donald Trump? That is, we can see battery charge storage calculation is 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 divided by 500. Here that is 6.8 trillion ampere per hour. Here battery charges storage for 110 hours, that is 748 trillion ampere per hour. And here we can see that is the significant points. Tulsi Gabbard plans for F-16 fighter planes for 110 hours battery charge storage is almost 4800 ampere per hour, where Donald Trump plan is 748 trillion ampere per hour. Where is 4800 ampere per hour and where is 748 trillion ampere per hour? That is the significant difference. I think here several billion times difference, and then yes, between Donald Trump versus Tulsi Gabbard. But what about the Tulsi Gabbard? Tulsi Gabbard plan for Sukhoi 37 is 748 trillion, 7.48 trillion ampere per hour. But for F-16 fighter planes, the plan is 4800 ampere per hour. That means as a battery charge storage, Tulsi Gabbard 1 Iranian Sukhoi 37 more efficient than F-16 fighter planes. But what about the Donald Trump? When Iranian Sukhoi 37 battery charge storage would be 7.48 trillion ampere per hour. Donald Trump battery charge storage plan is 748 trillion ampere per hour. It is just Donald Trump is 100 times battery charge storage capable than Iranian Sukhoi 37 planned by Tulsi Gabbard. And in these points, Tulsi Gabbard is angry on patriotic Donald Trump. And here, that is the significant moments. Here we could see the Tulsi Gabbard plan for Donald Trump is to trap Donald Trump and in F-16 files. Okay. Now let's see nature of allegations here we can see. And second allegation is another accuser claimed that Trump assault at her age of 13. She was interviewed by FBI 4 times in 2019. Okay. It is the points. A woman alleged Donald Trump to be gender assaulter when the woman age was 13 and she has been interviewed to FBI in 2019. In that times, it is the points when Tulsi Gabbard is Major of United States Army. Now, when Tulsi Gabbard is Major of United States Army, when Tulsi Gabbard is Major of United States Army, the second woman was against Donald Trump in about Epstein files. It was just a Me Too movement. It was just a part of Me Too movements. But still then Donald Trump has been defeated to Joe Biden just because of mismanagement about COVID-19. Okay. It was the plan of United States Army Major Tulsi Gabbard against Donald Trump. Okay. Here it is the long way plannings of Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. What is the Department of Justice positions? Department of Justice has charted that many of these claims are unfounded and uncorroborated. Whether document report of suggest the Department of Justice withheld certain memos and notes about FBI interviews and cities sensitivity lack of corroborations. Okay, and that is the ways as we can see. Well, now here it is the points about Donald Trump, and it is how Tulsi Gabbard is conspiracy about Donald Trump. Okay, and our last point is what is about the fuel. Okay, the last point about fuel we can say that is the significant points. Battery accordance with Tulsi Gabbard plan for F-16 fighter planes, battery charged mineral source is petrols, and here mineral electricity volume is 993,000 liters of petrols. Okay, now let's see what about mineral okay, electric charge mineral resource plan of Tulsi Gabbard for Iranian Sukhoi 37s. Here, battery charge mineral resource is petrols, and necessary mineral resource volume is 1.6 quadrillion liters of petrols. Okay, and now let's talk about the points. What is the gross domestic product of United States of America? That is 32 trillion United States dollars. Okay. Now here we can say what is the 1 liter petrol cost. That is 0.2 United States dollars. Okay, here we can see what is 1.6 multiplied by 0.2. That here we can see 16 divided by 100. I mean 16 divided by 10. Enter multiple by 2 divided by 10. That is 32 divided by 100. That is 0.32. Okay. Now what is the cost of 1.6 quadrillion liter of petrol? That is 320 trillion United States dollars. That means to charge the electric battery of Iranian Sukhoi 37, here Tulsi Gabbard is ready to ensure that United States of America would be bankrupt in 10 times. Hence, because here cost of measurement of mineral resource volume to in the purpose of electric charge battery, charge the electric battery, that is 1.6 quadrillion liters of petrols, where 1 year battery charges almost 68 billion ampere per hours. That is the momentum points. 1 hour battery charge storage. Now let's check it. What about mineral resource to charge electric battery for 100 hours. Let's check it. What is the multiplication of 1.6 and 110? That is 60 multiplied by 100. That is 176. That means the mineral resource volume to charge electric battery storage of 7.48 trillion ampere per hour is 176 quadrillion liter of petrol. Now what is the point? That means here petrol cost would be 352 quadrillion liters of petrol. 352 quadrillion United States of dollars. And here we can see the points. 35,200 divided by 32. It is 11 multiplied by 3200 divided by 32. That means 1100 times United States of America can be bankrupt according with the ensure of Tulsi Gabbard to charge Iranian Sukhoi 37 the battery storage of 7.48 trillion ampere per hour to attack White House of United States of America, where the planner is Iranian revolutionary spy Tulsi Gabbard to be United States National Intelligence Director. It is the significant national betrayal of Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. Now here we can see these moments. Now let's check it. Here we can see. Well, what is the mineral resource of Donald Trump plan to charge the battery storage of F-16 fighter planes? The mineral resources artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. And here the necessary of mineral mineral resource weight is 1.18 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius with of I apologize. Weight would be 1.18 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 639 picograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 million, billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. And that is here significant points, that is lighter than 1 picograms. And here that is it is almost free of cost of electric resource points. And here is the moment Tulsi Gabbard is angry against Donald Trump. And Tulsi Gabbard know Donald Trump that Donald Trump is patriotic president from 2016. Hence, accordance with the major Tulsi Gabbard, accordance with the United States Army Major Tulsi Gabbard's plan, against Donald Trump, a woman alleged Donald Trump as a gender assaulter when the woman contains the age of 13. And here the interview plan is the interview plan is in 2019. It is the points we can see. Well, I think the Tulsi Gabbard counterfeit interview plans. Tulsi Gabbard counterfeit Epstein file interview plan in 2019 is copied by an Indian Telugu movie where movie name is Lucky the Racer, where hero is Allu Arjun and heroine is Shruti Hassan, the Indian actor and Indian actress. It is kicked to copy from the Indian Telugu movie Lucky the Racers. United States Army Major Tulsi Gabbard applied the movie scenario against Donald Trump in the mission of counterfeit Epstein file. And that is the significant points. What is the purpose for Tulsi Gabbard? She could provide, she could bankrupt the United States of America in 1100 times. It is the plan of Tulsi Gabbard. And now, Donald Trump, in 2026, Donald Trump failed the plan of Tulsi Gabbard, where Tulsi Gabbard is Iranian revolutionary terrorist spy. Okay. Now when the war between United States of America versus Iran would be over, hence we can talk about Tulsi Gabbard's plan against Donald Trump in the perception of Bangladeshi terrorists. See you then. Khodafez. Love you.